we came across him and we couldn't do anything about it.
The leader of the militia we were fighting viciously in Iraq was off limit.
We were told at one point that if we were to come across him, he was hands off.
We could fight every single person of his army, but he is off limit.
At one point, we were told about what is it, Muqtada al-Sadr?
Yep, that's Muqtada.
Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay, we were told at one point that if we were to come across him, he was hands off, and there was a few instances where we came across him and we couldn't do anything about it. I don't know what the top brass was doing or why he was off limits, but it was just something that it pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah,
because we had opportunities that we could have changed the dynamic of how things were going.
You know what? It's crazy, man. Like to say that Muqtada Sadr is off limit. There's a lot of stories about Muqtada Sadr, and people refuse to believe that this was true. That the American military was fighting the Mehdi militia on the ground viciously. We were losing people. We almost lost 600 American soldiers fighting the Mehdi militia, which most likely was backed up by Iran at the time. But to hear that word saying that if you run into Muqtada Sadr, who is the leader of these militia, that it's hands off, which is crazy, right? There's so many theories goes into that. There is one theory that said that Muqtada Sadr is actually an American agent, that somehow he is connected to the American government, and that this is exactly why we can't kill him, because we could kill every single enemy. We could get every single person. Abu Musab al-Zarqawi was airstruck in 2006. We literally went after every single person, whether we airstruck, whether we eliminated, whether we detained and put him behind prison. Muqtada Sadr was the only person that maintained his freedom and stayed out of the trouble.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
The thing is that pissed us off so bad. I mean, like I said, we had opportunities to get him, and we felt like if we would have took those opportunities, a lot of things could have been prevented that happened down the line. You know, things may be different if we were able to grab him one of the times we did see him.
I think personally, if Muqtada Sadr was detained or eliminated back then, the Mehdi militia would be over. Wouldn't even exist today.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because there's really nobody else out there. He is the only survivor among his family. He was the only person. Saddam has killed his 3 brothers and his dad, and he's the only survivor out there. But it made absolutely no sense, man. Like how everybody, including the Iraqi government, who they said at the time, the other theory that the Iraqi government was pressuring the U.S. government, saying, hey, don't kill Muqtada no matter what. We can keep the fighting going. We'll negotiate, but you can't kill Muqtada. You can't eliminate him because he's a religious figure. But, it's kind of interesting to know that the leader...
we got.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to hear that. The leader of the militia we were fighting viciously in Iraq was off limit. We could fight every single person of his army, but he is off limit, which goes to show you that there are things in the dark that we don't understand. There are things we don't get. It's not from our time. It's from a different time. And it just bugs me to this day, dude, like that how Muqtada Sadr is to this day. And today, when I look at Muqtada Sadr and what he's doing in Iraq, I'm like, damn, that actually makes sense why he's off limit. Because now he represents the anti-Iranian influence in Iraq. Now he represents the free Iraq. Now he represents his own brand. He became
well, in hindsight now, seeing what he's doing now and being around back then when he was there, now it leads a lot of us to believe that he's being protected by somebody. We don't know who. Can't speculate on who, but
we don't know. That's just we just don't know what the things are.